Hello, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about some more records from the 70s. I probably got another 4 or 5 videos of 70s, and then I'm going to have maybe 5, 6 videos of 80s and 1 or 2 of the jazz records, and then that'll be it. We'll be done with that. And I sent my cartridge out for retip and a new cantilever, and that should be coming back this week, so I can get back to listening to records and comparing different things. I have a few to do that. I don't have a lot, but I have a couple. I can start doing them type videos again. So another thing I've noticed here lately is it is summertime. I guess people are busy. They're not watching as many videos as they normally are on YouTube. But I've noticed, like my last video, I had like 2 comments. And normally I'm getting 20, 25 comments. I'm getting a lot of views. That stuff seems to be going downhill. So I'm wondering if people are getting bored, if they're getting tired of just watching videos about my record collection. If you are enjoying the videos, please leave comments. It's very encouraging for me to see that stuff. So I'd appreciate it if y'all would leave me a comment or 2, and thanks for that. Now, this record here, Santana, their first LP. This is reissued now. This one here by Mobile Fidelity on a 2LP, 45 RPM. And the sound on this record is the best sound that it's ever been on this record. It's not only the best sound ever, it's head and shoulders above the rest. And then get on a step ladder, go up on top of your house, go in the garage and say, this much better. Yeah, because that's what it is. This is what you call a high-end, high-fidelity record right here. And I know all my subscribers, people that have watched my channel for a while, they know all this stuff. And that's one of the reasons they're tuning in, because they know how good your stereo can sound with a great sounding high-end record, because you need the source material. But now for some new folks, some new subscribers that I've got, you need a record like this in your collection. And you might say, well, Ron, I don't really have that great of a stereo. Well, that's why you need a great record, because it's the source material. Right here is where it all starts at. Your preamp, your power amp, your turntable, your speakers, it can't make music. It can't invent the sound. It can only reproduce where it's starting from. Now granted, are you going to get every nuance off this record? No. But there's enough stuff on it that you're going to be amazed at how much information's on here. And the cool thing about this record is that everybody knows it. Your grandparents know it. Your mom and dad know it. This has been out. People have had the 8-track. They've had the cassette. They've had the records before. They've heard it 1,000 times or more on the radio. Everybody's got an idea what this stuff, how the music sounds. And then you take this record and you put it on your turntable and you spin it on your stereo. They're like, wow, records are awesome. I didn't realize they sounded this good. Yeah, their jaws are gonna hit the floor. How much better this sounds than a CD or anything is going to blow their mind. It's going to blow your mind how great it sounds. So that's one of those records that everybody needs to have in their collection. This record right here. Okay. Next up, we have Abraxas. And now this one is on the half-speed master, but it's a quadraphonic record. And then I also have this one. This is a half-speed master by CBS, or by Columbia, Master CBS Sound. Audiophile pressing, it says on here. And this is on the Columbia label, but it says half-speed master right on the top. Master sound. And this record does sound good. It sounds better than I did not have a Columbia 2i of this. I don't think it was on that. It might have been, but I just had the regular Columbia one. And this one sounded a lot better. So I had this, and I did want to get that one step. MoFi made a one step of this record. And I was waiting to get it, and I was looking and looking, waiting press, and finally I didn't look for a few months. I was busy doing other things, and when I went back, it said sold out. And I'm like, well, what in the world? It was supposed to be pressed, and now it's gone. How did that? So they get sold out into pre-order, or just after release, they're all gone. Those real high-end records like this. So you'll have to be on the lookout if there's a record like that you want on the one step, or you have to. Or now Analog Productions is doing their UHQR. It's the same type of thing now with those records. So be on the lookout for those and get them into pre-order. And then here next week I can start doing some comparisons, and I said I was going to do a comparison between these two to see what the differences are in the sound. And so we can start doing things like that next week. The third Santana LP is the new Santana album. And this has got the cap OB on it. And it says on here, DP Master Sound, SS68 Mark II. Yeah, this is a special recorded LP here. Master Sound. 2,000 yen, so that's a first edition. And one of the things I like about this record, it's got a great cover art on it. Just look at that cover. That is fantastic right there. Just love that cover. And it's a Japanese first edition, so it's on that label. And it comes with the original inner sleeve. And it does have fantastic sound on it. Really, really good sound on it. And once in a while you can find these master sounds on eBay. They sell them. The first edition like this. Make sure you get the first edition with the master sound on it. And then the insert. And this is a nice way to do an insert. You actually have a nice big picture on one side of it. This is rare that they did a really good job of this insert. And then on the inside you have your Japanese and your English lyrics. And next up is the Santana. It's a double LP. It's a live record from 72, 73, and 74 concerts in Japan. And it's just a great record. It's got like a cap OB on it. Kind of comes apart. Kind of ties together inside the record. And they're on the Golden Disc series. It's a little different label. But it is the CBS Sony. So they are made, they do sound phenomenal. There's some good records here. Live recordings in Japan. Japan only record. Really nice. And then Santana Amigo. This is from 76 on a gatefold. And one thing I thought was pretty funny was if you look at in the top corner of the record, up here there's a monkey holding the first Santana LP. I thought that was pretty funny. And you get a nice insert and the original inner sleeve. I still have it in here. Good record. Let's just put it in here. Now we got some Molly Hatchet records. This is the first Molly Hatchet record, self-titled, from 1978. And I have the promo picture inside the record. And it's on the Epic label of the time period, that black dark blue Epic label. Molly Hatchet. It's a good band from Jacksonville, Florida. Just like Leonard Skinner. That Southern rock, and they did. This has a lot of really good songs on it. It even says Jacksonville, Florida, right here. Molly Hatchet. And here's another one. Beating the Odds. This one's still sealed. There's a lot of folks out there that buy these records just for the cover art. They love the covers so much. They don't even have a record player, but they just like the records. And Flirting with Disaster. It's like 1980 here or so. Then we move on to the Amboy Dukes, Journeys and Migrations. This is an original press on Mainstream Records. It's a 2 LP. Ted Nugent, Amboy Dukes, and this has got Journey to the Center of the Mind on it. This is a record with that song on it. Now they played that song on the radio quite a bit. You might not recognize it, but just Journey to the Center of the Mind, Ted Nugent, Amboy Dukes. And you can listen to that on YouTube, see what you think of it. A lot of good songs on this record. Then next up, Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes, Marriage on the Rocks, Rock Bottom. I've had this record for years and years, and the one I had, it's a black cover and it has some ring wear and such on it. So here a few years back I went and got a new one, and it's still sealed. It does have a little cutout notch on the bottom of it, but it's a still sealed LP. And I was thinking about this here just a while back. I might have to do a sealed to revealed. I've got, a few of these sealed records, and a lot of people say, oh, you can't have them sealed, they're going to be all warped and wrecked and everything. Well, you know what? We can do a sealed to revealed. There you go. Another way to have a video. Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes, Call of the Wild. I think this record is like 72 here, and it's got a lot of nice, good songs off of this as well. Pull the record out. Call of the Wild, Sweet Revenge, Pony Express. Yeah, that's a lot of good. And it's on that Discreet label. If you remember, if you've seen some of those Frank Zappa records, he's on Discreet. And this is the only other record besides Frank Zappa that I remember that is on Discreet records like that. So that's a good record. And you can see behind, well, we've got another one. It's the same thing. Well, what's up with that? Well, you can kind of see. It's got that little sample thing up on the top. And what's below where it says sample? Those little letters that mean promo or sample in Japanese. So it must be a promo. Yeah, and look, it's on the white promo label. Discreet. So that's cool. That's nice to have. I bought the other one just to see if there was a little difference in sound, and they sound exactly the same. I didn't notice any difference between the sample and the reissue. But a lot of people say, oh, you get these promos, they have better sound on them. Well, yeah, if they made 1 million of them, or 1 zillion of them, I guess, they would. And here's Tooth, Fang, and Claw. Again, it's on a nice promo, Discreet Records promo label. You see on top of that where it says Discreet, you see the birthday cake up there. See that first icon kind of looks like a layer cake. That's where we get the birthday cake from. Tooth, Fang, and Claw. Yeah, this is a really good record here. This is Ted Nugent at his finest right here. This is a really good record. Really, really like this record. It's a good one. Tooth, Fang, and Claw. Back cover. And then Stranglehold. And again, I used to have this on a Japanese first edition, and it was hard to find. And you know, it's because it's got Stranglehold on it, which is Ted Nugent's probably his most famous song that he's got, and it's a great one. They upped the price of that thing, so it was hard to get at a decent price. But now Quality Records has reissued it, and they put it on a huge, thick cover, and he put it on the Orange Epic label. What else is in here? It's just Analog Productions, these are advertising. But yeah, this record right here, again, head and shoulders above the Japanese press. So much better. It's a lot cleaner sounding. You can really hear deeper into the music. There's a lot more fine inner detail. You got better shimmer on the cymbals, more harmonic structure. It's just a lot better audiophile recording. Love it, love it. And you know, it doesn't cost. It doesn't cost what they want for those Japanese originals. It's about half the price or even less than that. And you're getting a brand new record that's made better. It sounds better. So yeah, hats off to Analog Productions for still making records today. They're making some of the best records in the world. Those and MoFi now with those 45 RPMs and the one steps and stuff. I'm loving it. You don't have to go and buy digital records if you don't want to. If you want to wait and get these. And now there's a Blue Note's reissuing a bunch of stuff again off right from their tapes. So yeah, there's lots of analog stuff coming out. Look what we got now. Sugarloaf. Sugarloaf, does that ring a bell? Green-Eyed Lady, yeah. If those two things, Sugarloaf and Green-Eyed Lady, they don't ring a bell, search it on YouTube. Sugarloaf, Green-Eyed Lady. Here's the LP right here. The gatefold. And the nice Liberty label. Original press on Liberty. Oh, we did love that label. It's a beautiful label. So there's the record with Green-Eyed Lady on it. And you know, these guys, even though it's back when it was more of a psych sound with the keyboards and the great guitar work and that on it, they're kind of a little bit progressive in a way. Good music. And then we have Sugarloaf, Spaceship Earth. And again, this is an original on the Liberty label. And this is another good record. This one here too, that's a good record right there. T-Rex. The Slider. And look at this beautiful record. This one, 2,000 yen from 72. Black Odeon label. Spectacular sound. Yeah, don't buy the reissues. This is the original now. Black Odeon label from 72. 2,000 yen. Glossy cover. Beautiful record and great sounding. Great record. You know this. Got lots of great hits on here. And the last one is T-Rex. And this is Electric Warrior. And you know, most Rhino reissued this at the same time, and I compared them, and I thought this was the better one. And thanks for watching.